Hello, World of Tank Blitzers, it's Littlefinger, and today going to be doing a full tank review here on the Chieftain Mk6, which you can see in the garage, which is a beautiful looking tank a couple days after Christmas. Hope you all had a wonderful holiday, got all the presents and gifts and everything that you wanted, maybe even some money for the App Store so you can get yourself some tanks. And so it was interesting this morning to see that the Chieftain Mk6 is available in both a container and a bundle. Now let's break this down. You can buy the Chieftain outright, no gambling. You will get it for 20,000 gold, which works out to be the equivalent of about $52, depending upon how you buy your gold. But obviously it comes with all 9 equipment slots, the legendary camouflage, and the avatar. On the other hand, you could do a little bit of gambling if you're on the fence about this tank, or if you're in the market for some gold. You can basically, for the equivalent of what you would spend on 8,500 gold, you can buy the crate, which gives you a 25% chance of getting the tank. If you don't get the tank, you will get the 8,500 gold, which is what you would have spent on gold anyway. If we look at gold here, 8,500 gold is $23 there. So if you go over to the bundle, $22.99, same price there. So you can purchase this bundle, 25% chance of getting the tank, but a 75% chance of getting the equivalent of buying gold with that bundle right there. And then if you go over to offers, you can see 20,000 gold just to get the tank outright, no gambling. So let's talk about this tank a little bit. Alright, so the Chieftain Mk6 comes with 140% credit coefficient, so you'll be making money at tier 10. You've got 350 mil of frontal hull armor and 10 degrees of gun depression with a super accurate gun, which has APCR as its regular round and premium, and Hesh. Yes, Hesh has your HE round essentially, so going to be doing 500 plus damage, which means with the gun rammer, your DPM is in the range of 3,000 to 4,000 per minute. The downside here is that your sides and rear of the hull do not have a lot of armor. The lower plate there can be penned by Death Stars. So, you've got to basically play this tank hold down. It does have good mobility for a heavy tank. Think IS-4, 42, 43 kilometers per hour. So, you can see here on my ammo setup, I'm running 25 premium APCR, which we are purchasing there with credits, and then 25 rounds of Hesh. As far as equipment goes, I'm running the gun rammer. This is something you might want to play around with, as that gets your Hesh up to 121. Running the defense system, found that crews get injured quite a bit with this tank. Improved optics, enhanced gun lane drive, improved assembly. You're not getting penned on that 350 on the front turret, but we can't really do much about the sides, so we're just going to take those extra 125 hit points. Engine accelerator, refined gun, getting that dispersion down to 0.28. Toolbox and consumable delivery system. Alright guys, so I had some really fun games in this tank, and I'm really starting to enjoy it. Obviously, with 350 mil of frontal turret armor and 10 degrees of gun depression and a super accurate gun, dead rail is where we want to be. So yeah, you can imagine we're going to go right to that ridgeline. And here are the stats for this tank from blitzhanger.com. And this is for all tier 10, not just the tier 10 heavies. So at 2173, you're 7 out of 37 as far as hit points go. And your view range there, 282. Not the greatest, but obviously you're a heavy tank. You're not really made for spotting. DPM 3167. Really nice number there. And as I said, you can get that over 4,000 with Hesh. Pen number 260. is decent. Don't have too much of a problem penning. Damage at 400 alpha. And I like this tank because 7.7 second reload means that you have an average reload time. You're not on target all the time, nor are you waiting a long time to do a high alpha shot. Velocity, look at this, 1372. So you can see here, it's a really good, accurate sniping tank as we miss that long distance shot. 120 millimeter gun. So yeah, the gun handling on this tank is really good. And here are those numbers: 1.55 base aim time, dispersion under 0.3. That is just great. Those numbers, dispersion numbers on the move and rotating, I mean, just really, really accurate gun. And like I said, 10 degrees of gun depression, 20 elevation. As you can see, just how we get over this ridge line, get a shot into that mouse. Then we realize that, yeah, they've got their 2 TDs over in the corner. And as far as this game goes, we're down a tank here. E75 is pushing. And you look at these mobility numbers. They're not bad for a heavy tank. You're going to be on the lower half just because this is a heavy tank. But overall, the tank, to me, moves really well for a heavy. Now, at this point in time, it's 3-on-2, and I know that I've got RFV back in spawn area. So I'm just trying to keep this mouse spotted and make sure that we're not getting flanked around when we see that E75. Just trying to spot from the middle here. As you can see, we've blocked over 1,300 in damage already. So now, with that E75 pushing around, I want to go ahead and get a little bit more space from the mouse and go ahead and try to get rid of this E75. I think the FV here has the same idea. Leave those guys down in the corner, run away from the mouse, and let's get this E75, and maybe we can spot up their FV. And so we're making a move. Don't go through the cap, because I don't want to give away that this is what we've done when the FV here is pushing, and he's pushing hard. Obviously, he's got that auto loader, so I'm willing to give up a little bit of hit points here, and we do get a nice little bounce right there. So he's going to be on a long reload. Look at this, on the move. One more shot to finish the FV at this point. And we're going to get there before he can reload. So 2-on-2 at this point in time, but we do have a mouse. Coming back around for the E75. And shot goes off target just a little bit, and we hit the dead tank carcass in front of us. But really want to get this E75 out, so we get to a point here where he's broadside. We get that shot in, and now we've got to obviously maneuver around here and get some shots into the mouse before he just closes in on us, making it extremely difficult. That was disappointing there that shot did not pen and only tracked him. But as you can see here, a little tag team. We finish each other off. And we finish with 47.25 in damage. 92,000 credits, and that was only level 2. Just 1 point shy of 1,300 experience points there. So a lot of good games going on. Hard to master right now. Alright, so here's the next game on Himmelsdorf. And this is one of my least favorite maps in the game. Very one-dimensional play style. There's not a lot of hold-down positions that offer good support, really. You can go down the heavy line, and you can get some hold-down positions there, but when you're in the supremacy game, it's basically just flat and open. And as you'll see as this game transpires, it's a head on a swivel type of game. So I've gotten to C immediately. Obviously, it's important to get some caps. And they've pushed into A and D and B So I finally capped this, and now I'm out of here, and look at this. The STI comes around the corner, HE into my rear. There's 500, over 500 hit points gone. I can't round the corner here because of the mouse. I'm pinned in now. There's 4 tanks behind me. And somehow, you know, we haven't pushed on A. We've got majority of tanks over at A. They've got their majority over here at C and D. IS-7's pushed into C. Look at this. And now they have all 4 caps. And I'm like, what is my team doing? Why didn't they just push A? Get a kill. So yeah, so now you can see here, head on a swivel because they're pushing down C line. We've got this E50M, and what you'll notice in this game is just the accuracy of some of these snapshots, like that right there. Such a small target to hit that lower plate, and you know, I've got tanks all around me at this point in time. So we are going to drop into this hole, hopefully getting us, you know, in a nice hold down position, making it a little bit more difficult for people to shoot us. E50M, I don't know what you're thinking there, but IS-7 has pushed on us from the other side. Thankfully, and I don't know why, but this guy leaves us to be here after basically putting us into a one-shot position. Had he just stayed there, he could have finished me off. But now we're keeping our eyes around all over the place. Where can I go that's safe? I am now a one-shot. That is just one of these games. Another nice shot there, full roll to take out the object 268. The STI here needs to go. So we'll finish him off. And we're up 4 on 3. We are down in cap points though. And looks like the T-54E1 needs some help. So I'm trying to get over here to get this E100 when he's taken out. So now it's even. We're down. Trying to get a shot through there, but nothing's going. So my only shot is on the side of the IS-7. Such a small window there. I mean, you know, it's just one of these games. I feel like that was the E100 that shot into the back of our Jagdpanzer. So we'll get in here, get one more shot into him. 4,500 damage, but unfortunately, an HE shot had to have been HE. Gets us there. So asking this team to push and go. IS-7 gets the kill shot there. And here is our E100. Boom. We get the W. So valiant effort there, I think. Just trying to stay alive and doing as much damage as we could. 109,000, 1356 is a level 1. So you're going to have to be up there in the 1400s probably for an ace mastery game right now. Alright guys, last game here on New Bay. Now, I had a really good game on Castilla where we got up to the windmill and got hulled down and just bounced shots left and right as I helped spot up the guys on the hill and whatnot. But I think you already have a good idea of that play style and how it suits this tank. And so this was just a fairly quick game, but I really haven't talked about Hesh and just how much pen this 120 millimeter gun has, and you know, you really can use it as a useful tool, especially, you know, with the Waffenträger, the grills, the sides and backs of most mediums, obviously the backs of any American tank. It really is something that is much more reliable than most other, you know, mediums or light tanks and their HE. And so, you know, Supremacy here, we've come in and cap B. Make a little bit of a mistake here as we take a big shot from the Waffentrager there. And so now you can see we've got a lot of eyes on us at the moment. And so we're just waiting for this to play out a little bit. And that Progetto has gone around, and so we're able to shoot him through the wall. Do make a little bit of a miscalculation on the steepness of that hill as we went up there, and we mistimed our shot. But the focus of the team has gone the other way. So now we're going to get the backsides of a lot of these tanks, and we're going to start shooting some Hesh in a minute here. So there we go. Object 268 from the back. There's a 511 roll. So now they're scurrying on down. Look to my left here, and they've pretty much got that tank surrounded. So we're going to push on up here. Waffentrager's now coming back. 460. We're going to go ahead and reload before him. Make sure we've got the angle, finish him off as he sneaks around there. So 3-on-3 at this point in time. But, you know, now we're at the backside of these tanks. Let's clear that gun barrel. And finish this guy off. So, I mean, you know, I just love the quickness of this reload. The Leopard's going to be running our way, but we're going to just basically block the road here. We can take shots from him without any worry whatsoever and finish him off. So, as you see there, just a quick game, 4,000 damage, a little bit of Hesh used. You can use it a lot more than what I've shown in those example games. But they were all slightly different type of games, so you can see how well this Chieftain Mk.6 fits into different types of games. It can be pretty versatile, but obviously hold down is where you want to be. So guys, yeah, I think I might take a chance at getting this in a crate. And don't forget, you're filling up those gold crates. You can almost get 20,000 gold for 20 bucks if you've been playing a good bit. So to me, that would be one heck of a deal to get this tank for $20. So with that being said, hope you guys make a decision. Let me know how it goes. And as always, have fun out there. Stay safe. Get educated. Not fingered. Littlefinger out.